The enemy is after your purse, your finances. This is a double-edged sword message. Now, the message is double-edged because the message is about me. It was my dream. But the message is also telling me about someone in the collective, or a few people in the collective, because it was oddly specific. But once I tell the dream, then you'll know with your discernment if it's about you or someone you are close to, whom I may be describing once I describe it. So just to get into it, so the in the dream that I had last night, so for prophetic sake, I'll go ahead and date it. Today is February 26, 2026, and I had this dream last night. All right, so it took me like one stage of the dream to specifically talk about this part, what I need to share here. It took me to like an office or a workplace, a company, organization, a building, right? So, and then once I get in there, then there were people there, so I knew that I was at like a workplace setting. And there were people on the job, men and women, and then it's like I was talking to them. Some of them were not so nice, not so friendly, but I do remember meeting one person who was a lady who sat with me, talked with me for a minute, and she was kind of friendly, right? But then as the dream was pushing me out of the dream, I went outside, like I'm leaving out of that office, I'm leaving the workspace, and then when I got outside, I knew that I was in a parking lot, right? And so I looked to the ground and I saw, like as I was about to leave, I looked to the ground and I saw a purse on the ground. So I picked it up. And then when I picked the purse up, I went to looking into it to see like what's in this purse. Now this is where it got oddly specific. So when I opened up the purse, it showed me that you have someone's purse. And it showed me that let's see what's in this purse. So now, whomever I'm talking about, you just recently lost your purse. And inside of your purse, you still had like Valentine's Day cards in your purse. You had like gift cards in your purse. I'm not sure if you got those from your as one of your Valentine's gifts, but I saw gift cards in the purse. I saw Valentine's Day cards in the purse. I think I even saw like your regular credit card perhaps in the purse. I don't remember seeing much cash in the purse, but I did remember seeing your ID in the purse. So when I opened up the ID and was trying to see in the dream what the ID said, the ID it let me know it was a woman of color. And when I say woman of color, she could have been like skin tone like mine, a little lighter, not as much darker, but within those shades of skin tone. So not white at all. A woman of color. And it's like, you had like a short haircut. You have a short haircut. And then when I opened up the ID to try to see whose purse this is, whose ID I was reading, it said on your ID, it told me, well, when I looked at it, it read, for me, it read out the name Palind, like Palind. Looked like that's what I read, Palind, and then it could have been A Palinda. And then it's like your last name, it looks like it said either MFR, MFL, MFI. I remember it's like a 3 to 4 letter last name. So it could have been like Palinda McFry or something like that. But first initial P, last initial M. You lost your purse. You are a female. And then now when I said in the dream, I just wanted to get that part out, then I'll come back to it. In the dream, I said, oh, this was the girl that I was talking to in the dream I was chatting with. This is her purse. So I go back into the office to try to go back in there to see if I can find you to give you your purse, right? And so when I go back in there, I see that the people in the office are, they gave me the vibe like they were talking about you. They don't really like you. There's a lot of backbiting at your job. The people at your job don't really like you that much. I guess that's part of the message, because it showed me that, right? So I go back in there and I was like, oh, and here's the other thing too, which someone needs to pay attention, because I was like, I need to find this person. They lost their purse. It looks like their name is Palina, something like that. And in the dream, they corrected me and said, oh, you mean Fatima. So perhaps your name is Patina or Pafima or Fatima. I want to say P or F. You could be Muslim. You could be Indian, Hindu. Because they said to me, no, you mean Fatima. Right? So if that's close to your name, either it's Fatima or Fatima, and you may be a Muslim woman of color, Hindu, Indian, perhaps, with the name Fatima, Palinda. You guys will know if it's you or not. And again, last name, it starts with an M, right? The initials P, M, right? And female. And let me make sure I'm remembering accurately, because again, it's a dream, and then dreams kind of go fast. So also, yeah, either Patima. That's what I was writing down. So those are the names, and then the first name, and then it's like let me see. Like I said, the initials I saw, like I want to say it showed me MFI. Like also for me, MFI means like like a money flow index. So that's why I know it's like they're after your money. So the money flow index is the amount that goes, be able to come in and out, like almost like a buying power of the, of your assets, something like that. So it kind of, correlates with you losing the purse in the dream, and with the attack on your finances, right? And then so let me see. Also, yeah. So it was like your driver's license. Again, P and M. I'm gonna leave it right there. You'll know. Wasn't much cash in your purse. I couldn't see your address on the driver's license. It didn't show me that. So I don't know where you're from. Also, it showed me, let me see, that you should be getting it back soon, because again, to keep telling you about the dream. So as I went and tried to say, well, where is Palinda? Because I thought your name said it was Palinda. It's like, oh no, you mean Fatima, right? You mean her. She's gone. And I was like, oh, okay, she lost her purse. I got to get her purse. And then that's when they were starting saying little stuff to let me know that there was a lot of like animosity about you at work, and a lot of backbiting. Like you don't really have many friends there. But also, it also give me the feeling like perhaps you don't have many friends there, but it may be one authentic person there, because in the dream, again, it was a double-edged sword, kind of like you were the only one in the dream that was nice to me. So that makes, and me being back nice and honest with you as I finish telling the dream in a minute, that lets me know also to tell you that perhaps there's one person at your dream that is authentic, and that person actually does like you at the job, sorry, at your job. But there's a lot of backbiting at your job. They don't like you that much, but it may be one genuine person there, because in the dream, me and you were the genuine people at that job, right? All right, so if I continue with the dream. So as I go in there, and they told me, oh no, you mean Fatima, right? And then they will say, she's gone. She already left. So now to go back to tell you about the thing. So also, when I go back outside, I now get into my car to try to go, like, I'm going to go take you your purse. I'm going to bring you your purse back to you. So I was like, okay, I'll make sure she gets it back. I'll take it to her. So I went to, in the dream, I went to go take you back your purse. And so all of a sudden, I'm driving to go take you back your purse. And then immediately it flipped. And then, like, someone joined me in the driver's seat. And it's like they got right in front of me and they started driving. And then they was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm misaccurately telling. Someone joined me I was driving to take you your purse. Someone joined me here on the left. And they was like, oh, give it to me and I'll make sure she gets it. And I was like, no, I don't feel right doing that. I'll take it to her. And in the dream, I remember saying, no, that's my friend. I'll take it to her. I'll make sure she gets it back. I don't feel comfortable just giving it to you. Like, you a stranger. I don't know you. I'm not just going to give you her purse. I'll take back to her and make sure she gets it. Right? So that's why I'm telling you, someone at your place is authentic. Someone there genuinely likes you at that job. All right? But take it how it resonates. Use your discernment. Okay, so the person that in the dream was trying to get me to give them your purse, when I said no, I'll make sure she gets it. I'll make sure she, I get it back to her safely. I don't know you. I don't feel comfortable giving it to you. So also in the midst of the dream, I felt like in that instance is like that person kind of got in front of me, then they tried to test me again because I felt like I was being tested in that moment to see if I was give up your purse, right? And then so they was like, but I can make sure she gets it. And I was like, no. And again, I said no. I said no a second time. Like, no, I just don't know you. I don't feel comfortable giving it up to you like that. And then so once that person is like, for a quick second, they kind of was in front of me as if they started driving, and then they asked me that second time to try to get your purse out of my hand, and I was like, no, I don't really know you. I'm not going to just hand it over to you like that. I'll make sure she gets it. And then once I said no that second time and didn't give them your purse, I the only way I can explain to is like I passed the test, right? And then so we immediately stopped to someone's house as if I was dropping that person off. So now the person that I dropped off in the dream, and this is where it gets a little weird, was a female as well. This person in the dream gave me this, even a look. And it, like once I said no that second time, we ended up right on the porch, I guess the house of this, the best way I could describe it, she was a witch. She was a witch lady, right? And then it's like, to help you understand and give you a visual here. So you know how you watch those, I don't know, Odyssey movies? Because I'm just thinking of stuff, from my head. All right, so when the witch lady turned around to me in the dream, she looked at like one of those characters off one of those, almost everybody uses this character. This person has like, I want to say let me see, which was it? Her right eye was small, but her left eye was big. Like she had a little eye and a big eye. I'm sorry, she did. She had one little eye and a big eye. It's like, because like I said, she was in front of me first, right? And then it's like, once I deny her the second time, well, I'm not going to give you this purse. I'll make sure she gets it. And then it's like, I immediately landed to like their front porch. I dropped them off. She got out. She stood there and she turned around and she faced me. And she said, okay, ask me anything. You can ask me anything you want. Ask me anything. Go ahead. I'll answer it. Ask me anything. Right? And so in that instance, that's when I knew, like, spiritually, even in the dream, I knew I was being tested, and I just passed some test not giving this stranger your purse in the dream. And so the stranger said, which looks like a witch lady with a little eye and a big eye, and then their head was kind of a little deformed a little bit. She looked at a little weird, but she looked at like one of those characters, like one of the witches with the I mean it's the truth. But anyway, she had like a little eye and a big eye. Ask me anything you want. I'll tell you. So when she asked me, go ahead, like, you get to ask me some questions, and I'll tell you honestly. Ask me anything. And then so what I asked was, I said, my first question was, what was the first question? Oh Lord, bear with me. I'm doing a blank moment now. The first question I said was, oh Lord, maybe I'm about to mix them up. Give me a minute. Hold on. Okay, it's coming back to me. All right. So my first question, when she said, ask me anything and I'll tell you. So my first one was, all right, so if I'm under spiritual attack, what do I need to do to stop the enemy? I think I said, like, right now. If I'm under spiritual attack, what do I need to do right now to stop the enemy? So again, take it how it resonates. This is exactly what the lady told me in the dream, right? She said, you need to take a grill grate and clean it and set your intentions. And that'll help, break everything, right? So I was like, okay. And then she said it again. Ask me anything, as if I get another question. So I was like, am I under a spiritual attack? She said yes. Like, yes you are. Right, that? And then she said, ask me anything. So you can ask me anything. Like, you get another, like, I got another one. So it looks like I got 3 questions. And I didn't, this is what came out in the dream. People, keep up. All right. So the second one, that was the second one. I just simply said, well, am I under a spiritual attack? She said, yes, you are. And then, so the third, she's like, ask me anything, and I'll answer. And I said, okay. And then, so the final one, I said, well, with you looking at me spiritually, what do you see when you look at me? What can you see in my aura? Like that. And then she said, I see that your aura is red. Like that. And then I said, oh. And then I said, I think, how did I end it? I don't want to lie here. I think I said, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense about the spiritual attack. And then it's like, immediately in the dream, I left from that state. So again, I kind of closed that part of the dream out, and then I went to another vision part in the dream where I saw that there was a cord, one cord. It's like a cord. They showed me a cord plugged into a wall, just one cord. So I'll wrap this up in a minute. And then it showed me like a little doll, and the doll was falling to the ground. The doll has to fall, right? The doll is falling, or the doll is going to fall, or it has to fall. All right. So now, because I'm trying to make sure I stay on point here. All right. Give me a second. Okay. All right, so to wrap it up. Okay, so again, this is for a Pacific or Pacific people in the collective, because there are certain peoples that kind of have the same name, or people with the initials P and M, which your name could possibly be Fatima, but spelled with a P, but pronounced Fatima or Patima, and last name starts with the M. Or when I saw it on the license, it says like Palinda. So Palinda, Patima, Fatima, P's and M's, last name M. One of you, or some of you, somebody just specifically lost their purse. All right, so the enemy is after your finances. Why? They just know once you get up in your finances, that's like the last piece to your puzzle. So they're trying to block your finances, and they don't want you to be having a firm foundation, basically, right? So with that is, no one stole your purse. You lost it at work. So you were coming up out of work, and because the enemy has you so distracted, you put the purse on the top of your car or on the back of your trunk. And when you got in the car, you forgot to take the purse off the trunk or the top of the car. And so you drove away, and the purse just simply fell on the ground. So no one stole the purse. You being so distracted, because the enemy is trying to keep you distracted, to mess with your mental. You're under psychic attacks. And so that's how he wants to get you to lose your purse. He wants you to lose your money by any means. Take it as it resonates. He wants you to lose your finances by any means necessary. So if he can keep you distracted by simply losing your purse, which is what happened. No one stole it. You lost it. So again, you left work. You were leaving work. You put the purse on top of the car. You forgot to get the purse before you pulled off. The purse hit the ground. It fell in the parking lot. The good news is someone, a good Samaritan, did find the purse, and you're going to get the purse back. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, you're going to get double for your truck. No, they didn't say anything like that in the dream. But you will get the purse back. Again, the purse had Valentine's Day stuff in it, gift cards, your ID. I didn't see much cash in the purse, but whomever's going to find the purse is going to do their best to return the purse to you, because your ID was in the purse. And they're going to try to get it back to you as fast as they can. So if this message is for you, your purse is coming back, but you do have an enemy. The people on your job, they are backbiting. There is animosity. They don't really like you at that job, but there is potentially one person there that is genuine on that job. So I'm not going to say you need to leave the job or you need to find a new job, but just forewarning, it's a lot of backbiting at that job. So, govern yourself, watch yourself on that job. All right. And then, so also spiritually, energetically, there's still you've been doing whatever you've been doing to keep yourself positive and keep your energy clean, but there is one lingering cord that you need to energetically cut, so that you can be free and they can take their hands off of your money. Now, also, I am not a practitioner. I am not a witch. I am not a tarot reader or anything like that. I am just simply me. So this is just the prophetic dreams that I'm dreaming. I don't know a Fatima, Palinda. I'm here giving this, right? So, and again, if this resonates and someone knows anything about what in the dream the witch told me about, you need to get a grill grate, you need to clean it, and you need to set your intention to help get the enemy off you. Like I said, this is a double-edged sword message. That was for me specifically in the dream. But if it resonates with you, then you do that. I don't know what that's going to bring. Again, I'm not Not that type of practitioner. I don't do that. So, but if you know a practitioner and you can bring that up to them, and if it resonates with them, they'll confirm if I'm, what I'm saying has some, semblance to, yeah, she right. That is what you're supposed to do. Or, I don't know what she's talking about. Hey, I don't know either. It was in a dream. Let's keep it going. But anyways, I wanted to share that because it was a strong, like, this is specifically for someone, you need to share it. All right. So, let me see what else I have here. All right. So, last thing too, specifically for anyone's with the initials P and M, and or Fatima, Palinda, McFrill, so whatever your last name is. Trust yourself. Love yourself. You are absolutely on the right track. But yes, the enemy is after your purse by any means necessary. And if that means simply distracting you to get you to not pay attention and lose your money that way, they're coming for you. So make wise choices. Trust yourself. Make sure you're watching yourself on your job and doing the right thing, because there's a lot of backbiting at that job. They didn't care for you much, even in a dream. So beware about that. And then just make sure you're doing the proper things to protect your psyche, because you're under a lot of psychic attacks. And then to cleanse and keep your energy clean. That's what I got from the dream. Also, all right, I told about that. All right, and then the last thing here I need to tell about is, before I get up out of here, is it's like ego. So once I had the dream, my ancestors, because in the dream the ancestors always kind of show up and be there to like help protect and guide you in your dream. I'm not sure who is, if you're connected with your ancestors, just be mindful, because there are trickster spirits that like to try to pretend to look like and shapeshift into your ancestors. So this is why I try to always on this channel tell you to love yourself, because the key with loving yourself, once you genuinely start pulling your energy back inwards and anchoring and centering yourself and learning to meditate and breathe, then with that you center yourself, you anchor yourself, you ground yourself, you balance your energy, you balance your emotions, you balance your thought patterns, right? So when you meditate and when you take deep breaths, you're grounding your energy. You're grounding your thoughts, right? You're grounding your emotion, because you're taking those deep breaths in and out, and that's starting to bring calm and bring quiet your thought patterns, and hone in your energy and bring your power back to you. So you must learn to focus truly. Sometimes you just got to. It's not being self-centered, but you got to stop always looking outside of yourself for the answers and start looking inside of yourself, which is why you'll begin to have, I'm having dreams, picking up someone's purse, looking at their ID, knowing that their name starts with a P, last name starts with an M. Things like that will start happening because you are now tuning into what is known as the Akasha Records, perhaps, right? Or you could conceptualize it as the information of the cosmos, or the universal, library. However you want to conceptualize it. But you'll begin to tune into that, because the kingdom is within you, not without you. So Yes, we are to learn information, to grow and elevate ourselves, but we still must remember to come back to self, to center, to meditate. And then it's not like the word that's coming to mind is like ego death. So it's like, it's not, technically it's like an ego death. Like you learn to, when I say ego, I don't want you to think I'm thinking egotistical or ego mega mania, like oh, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, look at me. Not like that, but it's like your ego is a part of you. You can't let it take control. So that's, in a sense, the ego death is to let you know it's not just you. You are a part of, the source. You are a part of the all. And so you must learn to balance your light and your dark. You must learn to know that you are light and shadow. You must learn to accept the fact that you are masculine and feminine. You must learn to know that there is not one without the other. That's what makes it whole, right? So it's like the picture of the yin and the yang. So the white part of the yin has a black, like, little circle in it. And then the black part of the yang, if I'm saying it right, maybe I think I just mixed them up. Anyways, the yin and the yang is like the white part has a black in it, and then the black part has a white in it. Also to like give you a symbolism of no one's all white and no one's all black. We both have light and shadow. It's just you have to manage them and, keep yourself balanced, keep yourself calm, keep yourself grounded, knowing that who you are and knowing that you're a part of the whole and we all exist, as source collective together, right? If that makes sense. So I brought that up to say that, and I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to end with the answer. I brought that up to say, my ancestors, after I got this revelation in the dream, they came, right? And it's like, so my people we are loud and proud. We are loud and proud. And so the ego message was, just remember, it's not all about ego. Stay humble and just be yourself. And so not the ego death as to take your ego out of it. Your ego is a part of who you are. So you're not killing off your ego to get rid of it completely. You're just managing it, balancing it, and keeping it in its proper place so that it's balanced on the scales properly, right? So with that, it's like your ego is a part of your personality. Your ego kind of helps you to push you to be a little bit for entrepreneurs, it pushes us to be a little bit more ambitious. It pushes us to take risk. It pushes us to go do the damn thing, right? Get on out there and go and do it, right? So your ego, you kind of need it in certain situations. All right. So, but again, back to the ancestors. Some of my ancestors in their ego. Woo, I tell you. So, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to wrap it up. My people are loud and proud. So we're naturally, loud. Like we can be having a good time, barbecuing, playing cards at a party. When we get together, we're just loud. And you think we're, fighting, or sometimes they do. But anyways, we're not always fighting. We're just simply talk loud, laugh loud. You'll think something's bad going on. It's just people that are having a good time. And it's like, that's that down south energy. That's just how we are, right? So we're loud. So I had to say that to give you this. Because one of my ancestors, so again, it was a double-edged sword message. So even though I was shown stuff and it was kind of talking about, this specific person with the initials P and M. Also, it was like, it's a double edge because the enemy is trying to be after my finances. The enemy doesn't want me to have a strong foundation with my finances. I might need to, see if I need what energy core is trying to linger on with me so I can cut that. So that's why I say it was like a double-edged sword mess. It was my dream for me, but also for somebody else. Now, my ancestors said, because also in the dream, because if you pay attention to my messages, one of them, the last one was witches, warlocks, and right. All right. So somebody's still trying to put fucking spells on me. Yeah. Per the ancestors. And these mofos trying to level up and use a doll. Yeah, a doll. Now take what resonates, because this one was specifically about me. But if your name starts with a P and an M, I'm not sure if your enemy is trying to put a fucking doll on you. You need to figure that out on your own, right? I'm not saying that. But my ancestors, the ones that got a little ego in them, the ones that are warriors, the ones that don't play, they want me to say this. So I'm going to say it. Here it is. Didn't I tell you? I have to laugh, but let me get it out. But my ancestors said, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you I can see what you're doing? Didn't I tell you your spells won't work on me? So that goddamn doll that you got, that shit is going to fall to the ground. That shit is never going to work. So you can stop your spell work and you can stop it right now. Didn't I tell you I can see you? Didn't I tell you I know who you are? You need to stop. All right. That was the message from the ancestors. But hey, trust yourself. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. Make sure you stay centered. Make sure you stay grounded. And if ever you feel like you're under a psychic attack, take a minute. Breathe. Center yourself so you don't go out doing something drastic or making a decision off impulse or because you feel that projected anxiety, depression, anger, whatever it is that they're trying to project onto you. All right? So just remember, you have protection. You are loved. Do the things that you know you need to do to keep yourself rooted and grounded in love, because that's the key. Also, your confidence is your key. They're trying to undermine your authority and break your confidence. I know I'm running up on time. I'm going to let this one go, but I need to say this part before I go. For some of you, you already whooped the enemy's ass. But now what they're doing, they're trying to undermine your authority. They don't want you to know or believe that you already cast that damn demon out. They don't want you to believe that you already broke those cords. They don't want you to believe that you already cleansed your energy space. So they're going to come back again. Once you cast them out, and they go to and fro, they try to come back to get back in again. So what they're doing is they're trying to undermine your authority, break down your self-esteem, break down your confidence to see if they can wiggle their way back in that way. So be careful. You sitting at victory. Don't give up your goddamn seat. You won. You're sitting on victory. Don't give up your seat. Don't relinquish your crown. However you want to conceptualize that. You won, my guy. You won, my lady. You are victorious. All right? Do not let them undermine your confidence. Cast not away your confidence. All right? Hold on. You got this. Stay confident. Your confidence is your key. Never throw it away. Okay? That was specifically for everybody. Everybody. Your confidence is your key. Stay strong. Stay assertive. And then remember, the thought pattern is, I have it. I know I have it. So be it. For those that have, more will be given. So if you have it, so be it. All right? I'm going to end it right there. Because I have it. And I know it. So be it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.